Hello, this is session 2 of the Sigma training. The session is on administration and my name's Kim Blake. Just a quick PowerPoint just to show you what we're going to go through, and then I'll go into the live database. So in this session, I'll be covering how to reset user passwords, how to view all your users and reset their passwords, setting up a new user, and I'll show you the relevant pages in the online user manual. So I'm just going to log into Sigma. And this time it's still the setup menu, but it's the security section down here that we'll be having a look at. So I'll start off with how to change a password. So the setup menu, security section, and then change password. So this is for you to change your own password. So you enter your old password, your new password, confirm your new password, and then update. I'm just going to cancel from there because I don't want to change mine. Takes me back to the setup menu. To view all your users on your database, if I again go to the setup menu, security, and then users. Now at the moment we can only see one in here. There's only me as a user. You can see that you have the search facilities at the top here. If you've got a larger database, you can change that so you only view those that you need to in the grid. And in the grid, you can see the user details, so the username, the first and last name, the user level, etc. You can see when they've last logged in, and you can see if they're currently active. So with that one highlighted, I can reset the selected user. So if I click on there, it says the selected user's password has been changed. An email has been sent to the user, and that's their new password. They'll get an email, and then they can use that email with their new password in it. And it tells them that it's been changed to that password. If you want to set up a new user, you can either copy a selected user if you've got the admin right, or you can add a new user in. So adding a new user in, anything with the orange at the side is a mandatory field. Some fields are pre-filled. And then you've got the optional fields. You'll need a username. We've adopted the first name dot last name, but it's up to you how you set your users up. You've got their email address to put in. Do you want to send those email credentials to the user? You create them a password, which they'll need to change. And then you've got the first and last name, and then the user level. So depending on your access level will depend on how many levels that they can see. There are 4 options in here: Express, which is the lighter version, Express with Advance, Advance with Express. I believe the difference is just which page you come to first, and then the advanced only user. You're enabling their account. It's pre-ticked to force a password change. You would use the account expiry date if somebody was leaving the company. And the other parts are filled in and you don't necessarily need them. They're not mandatory field. So you fill in the details and then you add. That will send that user 2 emails, one to tell them they've got a new account and one to give them that password. Because we've got the false password change ticked, they'll then be asked to change their password as they log in. The show access log, so with myself highlighted and show access log, you can see when that person's logged in and how long they've been logged in for. I've just closed from there. The user levels that I showed you, if I edit my logon, you can see the details there. And if I go to add again, and the user level here, these levels will be just different parts of the database that they can see and that they can edit. So to see what each one of these entails, if I come back to the setup menu, to security, and then to user levels. So these are all the user levels. And then if I view, that just gives me the details of it. If I close out of it and view the menu config, I can't see anything above my user level, but it shows me whether or not that part of the database, the person or the logon type, can view, insert, edit, or delete. And that will be all of the pages within the database. These user levels can't be changed. They're controlled by ourselves, but you can see what those levels do. Coming back to the setup menu, there's also the option to add a user from here. And that just takes you straight into the screen to then fill in those areas. So generally, you'll be going to the security if you want to change your own password, change password. If you want to view your users or add new users, best done from here, from the users. And then if you're not sure what the levels are, you've got user levels there. So I've already got the help page open. And in here, there's a part about resetting your password if you've logged yourself out or you can't remember it. And then in the setup menu section under security, you've got the relevant areas there. So changing a password, adding amending users, adding a user, and then a little bit about access groups if you need those. So that's about narrowing down what part of the database somebody sees. And that again is accessed from the setup menu and access groups. Thank you. I'll speak to you all again soon.